Next, we'll add a drop-down list, and this is going to be right after that date. And so, and down under there, again, we're going to have its very own form row. So we'll put that there and close it. Okay, and then inside here, this one's actually different. This one takes a couple of elements. It takes a select element, and the select element has an opening and closing tag. And we'll add the standard things that we add. The name will be order type. And the ID will be order. Okay, so now we've added the select part. If we go look at this and we refresh, what we get is a drop down, but notice how empty it is. Like it's empty, right? Let's go ahead and put the label on so it's going to be the size that we're going to want it to be. So up here we'll just put a label, and we'll do the 4, right? And we want it to match that ID, so it'll be order. And then in here we want to say order type. Okay, so now we have that order and the label, and we have this empty drop down. So that gets us started, but now we want to put the options that are in the drop-down, and these go between the opening and closing select tag, and they require the option tag, right? So this is an option, and this is an open and close, and so we want to put the text between it that we want the option to say, and this is what we'll display in that drop-down list. And here we're going to put the value. Now notice up here we put the name in the select tag, and that identifies what the name of the field is going to be, right? That field is going to store the data. That's the name of it. Well, we're putting the value actually in the options. So here, this is going to be order 1 is going to be the value for this one, and we're going to put a different value for each option. And in our case, we want to have 4 of these, so I'm going to copy paste 4 of these, and we want each one to say something different and have a different value. So this is going to be order type 2, and it's going to be delivery. This one is dine in, and it's going to be order type 3. The last one is going to be take and bake, and it's going to be order type 4. So here we've given each different option that they select will have a different value, and that whichever one is selected, that one will be stored in this field. So let's go ahead and save that and see what that looks like. So we refresh, and now we have a drop-down list that has 4 things in there, and we can choose whichever one. See all those options? Every one of them is there and available. Now by default, the very top option is the one that is both selected and what is visible. But we have the option that we can choose which one we want, and we do that by adding the attribute selected. So I'm going to add that attribute selected right by the dine in option, and now we go back and look at that. We refresh, and there, dine in becomes the default. It's what's being shown there. If they don't change it, that's what it's going to be. If they do the drop down, then dine in is highlighted, but they can still change it to whatever they want. And so there's a drop-down list that we use a select and the option tags to create.